2019 Audi A7 first drive, South African soundtrack. Driving the upscale new A7 hatchback in Cape Town. I was heading down a restricted, rugged path outside of Cape Town, South Africa, when we moved toward a gathering of youngsters strolling along its dry green edge. I impeded. They were perhaps 10 or 11 years of age, wearing a palette of essential hues, yellow or green shirts, red or blue jeans. I figure they'd quite recently escaped school. Pivoting, they looked at us in the moving dark flame broiled, laser-headlighted, huge electric blue 2019 Audi A7 and instinctually spilled into our way, loping into a kind of unconstrained move. Geez, I would prefer not to hit anyone, I mumbled to my co-pilot, automobiles, Rory Jurnecka, braking to crawl through them. Much the same as that, grinning faces filled the side windows as they applauded the bumpers, giggling and waving. This resembles an Audi business, I kidded to Rory. With an apprehensive foot covering the brake pedal, we were all waving. The extravagance was infectious. For a short time back, I retuned into Paul Simon's Graceland, and truly, it appears like a large portion of this nation is as yet influencing to Simon's soundtrack. In Southern California, where I'm from, and as of not long ago, thought was truly laid back, you'd need to hurl free iPhone X's out of the A7's windows for children to surge onto Pacific Coast Highway like this. Be that as it may, 55-year-old men thumbing the edge of an $85,000 heap of bills are the epicenter of the A7 purchaser statistic. Believe me, they'll be bringing down their duplicates of the Wall Street Journal at sun-soaked Starbucks tables from Malibu to Montauk when this thing flashes past. In 2012, it was the first A7's long bend for entryway fastback outline that picked up. Take note. That is nonchalant at this point. After 6 years, really, about 7 when the 2019 A7 at long last hits the US merchants this fall, what'll draw in consideration are the 4 entryway incubates razor-like bodywork wrinkles. Wrinkles? The A7's closet appears to have been sent to the cleaners for overwhelming starch squeezing. The sun appears to paint its lines from any point, and the secret to it at long last jumps out at you when you look carefully and run your fingers forward and backward. Finish their surfaces. Numerous aren't straightforward edges, where the metal twists, it overshoots a little piece before spilling into the following board. As you stroll around the auto, daylight doesn't simply quickly flicker, it waits there as you move. I think about whether those children were feeling it, too. Up front, the 2019 A7 is fat, liquefied down, techno-forceful and has all the earmarks of being great, totally irritated. Little, dark plastic blocks settled into either side of the egg box flame broil house either radar or LiDAR, utilized for stopping. The headlights are either gauge LEDs, framework LEDs, or the as envisioned laser-based LEDs, which will expect enactment to go before for you. S. Legitimate. A passing A7 tells a speedy, week-long story of feelings as it passes by. First, that fearsome face, at that point a streaming profile like a tenderly decreasing banger, at that point a peaceful kiss farewell from its thin, basic taillights. Strain assembled, pressure settled. Open the entryways and the front and back lighting puts on a concise little show. Tap the turn flag and red light compasses along the side over the back bezels. However, it's another lighting impact that anticipates US endorsement. Like all whatever is left of the bodywork's tight-fitting gaps, the hood is demarked by pencil-lined bored holes. It's slight to lift, aluminum bolster by Swagger's, how weak are we? And C, a 340 horsepower, 369 pounds-to-foot 3.0-liter V6, bested by an in the V-twin scroll single-turbo. It's the new 8.8 space motor, and here, the 2019 A7's solitary decision. In any case, it conveys a turn to this motor straight. Cradled under its correct barrel bank is a belt-drive electric engine that hoists this to 48-volt, gentle crossbreed status. It doesn't include any impetus, however, rather, super snappy stop, begin, and brake recovery together. Generally squatted warm, cabled to a little lithium particle battery underneath the payload floor. This is a peaceful, velvety powertrain that is intense when you incline toward it, while paddle changing through its 7-speed double-gripped gears like snapping your fingers in the wake of eating buttered popcorn. Audi claims a 0-62 of 5.3 seconds. Narratively, it feels in any event that brisk. Alright, so I'm going to now remove my cap, hold it over my heart and openly ask for one thing from Audi's item organizers. Advance around beside the front wheel, perceive how its greater part is in front of the front pivot line. It's a sign of Audi drivetrains, and essentially it makes them bolts with substantial pointed stones, hesitant to hand over at the cutoff. When I drive a figure 8 test with these autos, I purposely brake in a straight line, completely pack the front suspension so the nose is sniffing the black top, and after that at the same time, fly off the brake pedal and hand over to amplify its short, wormhole access to front-end charm. Disregard to play out this errand, and it's a restricted ticket to understeer.
Yeah.